YouTube friends. My name is Constance and this is Cruelty Free Musings. Welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we would go through my empties so that I could start the year of 2020 with an empties box. I do my empties I do them irregularly. I would say that the number of times that I do them per year is like 4 to 5. So it averages out to like once a season. This one, I think the last one that I posted was in October. So this one might be a little bit sooner than usual, but I wanted to film it, so here we are. And I am going to show you my things that I used and would I repurchase any of them. First up, this is the Jerkins Ultra Healing Extra Dry Skin Moisturizer Lotion. This was in my Project Pan. I finished it for the November update. It was in here most of a year. I used it up. I wouldn't repurchase it because Jerkins isn't cruelty free. But also I wouldn't recommend this lotion if you actually have dry skin because it does have fragrance in it. It's kind of low on the ingredients. Like, I understand why you put fragrance into lotion because unscented lotion just smells kind of medicinal and like oatmeal kind of, but I wouldn't repurchase this again. I would buy a fragrance-free one. Other miscellany. This was probably the first thing to go into my empties box. This is the Botanicals Clear Zinc Sunscreen. I bought this to be a reapplication sunscreen and I hated it. It's super greasy. It doesn't ever sink in and become dry to the touch. I tried it on my face. It's horrible on my face, so I use this up as a base sunscreen. So before I leave the house, put it on my arms and like my chest, whatever bare skin is showing, so that I have a base layer of sunscreen to reapply over. So I use this up as a body sunscreen and I would not recommend it and I would not repurchase it, but it is fragrance free. So, I mean, it wouldn't necessarily put me off of Botanicals. We'll just say that. Other skin things. This is another sunscreen. This is my Air & Spaces Peptide SPF 30 sunscreen. This is the bottle that I used up in October, and then I replaced it with the bottle that's on auto refill every 3 months. I really like the sunscreen. You get a lot of it. There's 4 ounces in this small looking bottle. So the thing that I take away from this bottle of sunscreen is that most bottles of sunscreen and lotion are not very full. That's what I assume. The Botanical sunscreen is also 4 ounces, and it's approximately the same size. But yeah, this that's the thing that I have decided, having bought other sunscreen and compared them to the size of this. This is evidence that a lot of sunscreen bottles are not filled all the way, or they have deceptive looking packaging. It does look, I'm going to have to get used to my new camera and where it focuses. Okay, So there we go. I think we're focused on the bottle. It does look like there's still product in there. You can't get it out. You cannot get it out. So, or at least I can't get it out. I had this sitting upside down for the last probably 2 weeks that I used it. This last little bit at the bottom just will not come out. I even like dug the last of it out with my fingers that I could reach. So this bottle is very empty because I like that sunscreen. All right, more skin things. This is a little deluxe sample of the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. This smells legit like watermelon, which is slightly unnerving for someone who's trying to avoid fragrance, especially in skincare. But it is a very nice hyaluronic acid. So I use this as a moisture booster in at night underneath my moisturizer to seal everything in. So I liked this enough to use it up. Would I repurchase it? No, but mostly because of the fragrance. Skin. Okay. This is Ulta brand jojoba carrier oil. This is meant to be something that you mix essential oils into and then use for aromatherapy. It's probably really nice for that. I use this as a makeup remover, and I would not recommend it for that purpose. But that is why it has grubby white fingerprints all over it, because the colors that match my skin are quite pale. Yes. This is not designed to emulsify, so it worked as a first cleanse, but it was quite difficult to get off my skin. At the end of the day, I was very happy when I switched to any random designed to emulsify cleansing oil. But in a pinch, an oil like this will work. Random thing. This is the Hello Naturally Whitening Fluoride Toothpaste. I really enjoy that there are fluoride toothpastes that are also cruelty-free, because I am in favor of science. I like toothpaste with fluoride in it. So I prefer the charcoal toothpaste with fluoride, which Hello makes one, but I really enjoy that there are now multiple cruelty-free toothpastes that have fluoride added, because, you know, fluoride can be, like, there's a legitimate reason to not have fluoride in your toothpaste. If you get dermatitis around your mouth, fluoride can aggravate that. But it also does strengthen your teeth and protect it from sensitivity, so I like fluoride toothpaste over non-fluoride. I don't have a reason to avoid fluoride, so I don't, even though I'm cruelty-free. And a lot of people associate cruelty-free with various hippy-dippy movements. Or, you know, being vegan and all of that. I am not associated with any aspect of hippy-dippiness, let us say. Alright. And then, this is my final non-makeup thing. This is the perfume that I used up in I used this up also in November. This was in my project pan because it was starting to, the scent was starting to turn. So this is the Lancome La Vie Spell. I wouldn't recommend that you purchase this perfume because it goes bad in 2 years, a year and a half to 2 years. That's not a very long shelf life for perfume. Perfume is supposed to be something that has a significantly longer shelf life than 2 years, which is why a lot of people are okay with having a collection of perfume. So I would suggest, well, if you're cruelty free, don't buy this. Lancome is not cruelty free, they sell in China. But if you aren't cruelty free and you're looking for a perfume, don't buy this one. It has a very short shelf life for a perfume, so it'll probably go bad before you use it up, unless you really like it. In which case, good for you. I ended up really not liking it by the end, but that's mostly because the scent was starting to change. This is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara Waterproof. Okay, so I have problems with all of the Essence Lash Princess mascaras. They look nice, but they flake immediately the first day. For me, I have difficult lashes. I acknowledge this. But this is not a good mascara for me. I didn't like it. I wouldn't repurchase. I haven't liked any of the Lash Princess mascaras that I've tried. They all pretty much flake on me the first day. And I think this is only the second one that I've tried. I've tried the non-waterproof and the waterproof version of this mascara because I like the brush. The non-waterproof version has paraffin in it. That's a typical bad ingredient for me in my mascaras. It's not a cheap ingredient. It's not, a low quality ingredient, but it is something that makes mascaras tend to not wear well on my specific eyelashes, which are long, and I have, long and naturally curly, and they hit my eyebrows, and I have oily lids, so like anything that's going to, anything that doesn't play well with lashes that tangle on themselves and encounter oil on a moment-by-moment basis is really bad. So this mascara didn't work for me. I wore it for about a week and then I was like, no, we will not do this. This is the CoverGirl Supersizer Mascara in Very Black. I wore this one for about 2 months and then it dried out to the point that it started flaking. So that's pretty good. It's rare for me to find a drugstore mascara that I can wear for more than a month. So the fact that this lasted for 2 months before it started flaking is pretty good. I would repurchase this. I think it might be being discontinued. I know that I can no longer find it on Ulta's website, but I would definitely pick up another one if I saw it in a Walmart or a drugstore. This is a sad one. This is a Bare Minerals mini lipstick. This is in Seriously Red, SRSLY, red. And block out my face and wait for it to focus on the thing in front of my hand. Yeah. Maybe. Might focus on the thing in front of my hand. We'll see how that attempt came out. I discovered this in the pocket of my one of my winter coats the first time I wore it. And it smells like Play-Doh now. It's gone off. I've had this probably for 3 years. If the close-ups came out at all, you can tell it was barely used. Like I wore it definitely a few times. I like the red color. I like red lipstick in general. And I like red in the winter. Um, Anything for a little bit of color, right? But this one went bad before I got hardly any use out of it, and that is a sad experience. But on a brighter note, this is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in Fair 04. I used this up in my 2019 Project Pan, like several other things in this Empties box. And I like the concealer, and I have repurchased it, and it is currently in another Project Pan. So, out of the things in this box, 1, 2. The Bare Minerals lipstick, I think I might repurchase it, but because it's a red that stays red as it wears off. But Bare Minerals changes their lipstick formula about every year and a half. So there is no chance that I would still be able to buy that because it's at least 3 years old. Of this little mini Empties, the things that I would repurchase were the Covergirl Supersizer and the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. And that's a pretty good proportion for the number of things that I had in this Empties. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 things that I would repurchase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Forget. Okay, so this I have repurchased a different flavor of. I have the activated charcoal. This I have repurchased. It's on auto refill, and the next one will arrive in January. This I have repurchased, and this I would repurchase. 4 out of 11? That's almost a 50% rate. So good job me not buying too many things that I wouldn't repurchase out of the things that I have used up. Alright, I hope you enjoyed or learned something, or both. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you feel like. Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.